Hey guys, Matt here. Today I wanted to make a simple beginner-friendly video that's going to help us understand the relationship of notes. Meaning, where do we have sharps? Where do we have flats? How do we understand these letters? So when we use them for more advanced concepts in the future, we actually understand what it is we're doing. Alrighty, so we're here in MS Paint. Get our notes written out, and then we're going to start talking about the note relationships. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. First things first, C and C, so we've got both C's, this one and this one, they loop. So what I mean by that is we have our first C here, and we have our second C over here on the right. When we get to the second C, the one on the right, I just want you to imagine it's the first one. This pattern repeats indefinitely. Think of it like a circle. So I just want to get that out of the way. So we have what are called enharmonics. All enharmonics are is the same sound being described by two different names. C sharp and D flat are enharmonic to each other. They sound the same, but the naming exists in different contexts. This is important. In some scales, you'll have a C sharp. In some scales, you'll have a D flat. We have to keep that in mind. There are some notes that don't have sharps. E and B very rarely have sharps in very weird circumstances and uncommon ones. So you may see it, but it's not something we're going to regularly think about, so we're not going to account for it in today's video. C and F don't have flats. So you can't have a C flat. You can't have an F flat. Again, very rare, uncommon circumstances, but I'll tell you right now, if you see an F flat, run the other direction. Hey guys, Editor Matt here. Just wanted to clarify the last point I made. In certain circumstances, we will see B and E sharp and F and C flat. They do exist. It's just not very common and very standard, and most of the time it would just make more sense to say, instead of B sharp, to say C. There are instances where those exist. For example, C sharp major has both an E sharp and a B sharp. So it does exist, just not as common, so it's just one of those things to be aware of. What are sharps and flats? If you've seen the Incredibles movie, there's the scene where the teacher sits on the thumbtack.
See?
Now, thumbtacks are sharp, so the teacher goes up to get away from the thumbtack. So a sharp goes up 1/2 step. A flat, on the other hand, goes down 1/2 step. Think about it if you were riding your bike or a car. If you pop a tire, where that tire is popped is now flat. So the vehicle is lower. That's just how I think about it. So again, sharp is up 1/2 step. Flat is down 1/2 step. Now that we have that out of the way, let's get into actually labeling our notes and seeing what exists in the in-betweens. C can go up to C sharp. D can go down to D flat. And it's worth mentioning that those two are enharmonic to each other. Now we'll continue. D can go up to D sharp. E can go down to E flat. We continue on. Remember, no E sharp, no F flat. So the next one is F, which can go up to F sharp. And G can go down to G flat. Once again, enharmonic to each other. I forgot the line over here. G can go up to G sharp. A can go down to A flat, which again is enharmonic to each other. A goes up to A sharp, and B goes down to B flat, which are, of course, enharmonic to each other. Now, it's kind of fun because it kind of looks like we have two small boxes here. Like if we draw a line here, right, we can sort of see we've got these boxes. And if we think about how a piano looks, we have 3 white keys, C, D, and E, and 2 black keys, C sharp or D flat, and D sharp or E flat. So this looks very similar to a piano. We have the same thing over on this side, 4 white keys, F, G, A, and B, and 3 black keys, F sharp, G sharp, and A sharp, or G flat, A flat, and B flat. So think about the piano layout. This will help with learning more about the piano as well as any instrument. Knowing our notes is always valuable. Let's recap really quick. Sharps go up 1/2 step, like if you sat on a thumbtack. and flats go down 1/2 step, as if your tire popped. Enharmonics describe one note that sounds the same, but can be described with two different names, like C sharp and D flat. And these are the 12 notes. I hope this is helpful. I know this is kind of a crude drawing while I was going through it. There will be a downloadable file in the bio that has a nicer diagram written out with all of this, as well as a couple other little things that'll be more helpful. So make sure you grab that if you want to learn more. If you're interested in learning more about the guitar, music theory, and kind of anything in the guitar, music theory, production, songwriting sort of sphere, let me know down below. I'm happy to make videos on it. And with all that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Most importantly, go practice.